Hello, another budgeting video. This video is going to be about using your bank software to budget with your current expenditures. So the point of these videos is to budget to buy a house. These videos are also useful for anyone just trying to save money. So what I'm talking about today is let's use some easy numbers. Let's say every month in my bank account I'm depositing $4,000. So it doesn't matter how much money I make. I could be making 10 grand a month if I have a lot of deductions off of my paychecks for 401ks or child support or whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm depositing 4 grand in this scenario. So a $4,000 deposit. Now, I use my bank account and I pay all of my bills out of the same account. So what that's going to do for me is if my bank software or my online banking account gives me expenditures or gives me graphs, that can be a useful tool. So what am I talking about? Let's say I'm depositing $4,000 a month, and out of my bank account, I am spending $1,000 on rent. If my bank provides software that shows all of my transactions and provides me useful tools, I might get something like a pie graph. Now, my pie graph is not a very good circle that I drew, but what it's going to do for me is it's going to show that 25% of my total deposits for that month went out the door to rent. So my $1,000 is right here. So that's 25%. So if I had three other expenses that are all $1,000, I won't have any deposits left. Then if I have additional bills, I'm going to be coming out of my balance, which is not what we want to do when we're budgeting properly. So we're also going to have smaller sections of the pie. Rent is usually the most that people are going to pay. You know, we could have a car payment, we could have our credit card payments here. Anyway, as long as we're consistent and we're paying all of our bills over the same account, it's going to give you some type of graph like this. And what this can be useful for is a visualization. So if I use my bank account for everything, let's say I use my debit card, not even just paying bills, but even when I go and get fast food, the bank software then can not only break down what you're actually spending on fixed bills, but your variable costs. So this could be restaurants. And maybe for some people, there's a huge section of the pie over here, and this is just entertainment. So this might be going to the movies and doing whatever else. So depending on what you use your card for, you'll get a visualization. And so now when you get to the end of the month and you've got all these other small expenses and whatever, and this is the only section you have left, this is the only thing that's growing the bank account. If this isn't a big enough portion of the pie, so in this example, the whole pie is $4,000, this one little sliver over here might only be $200. So if you need to grow the bank account by more than $200 in this example, we need to figure out, okay, what are my options? Is $1,000 in rent too much? Am I spending too much money on entertainment? Am I spending too much money at restaurants? You can see a visual of what's costing you the most and you can make adjustments that way. So for some people that are visual learners, this might be a useful tool. It's also good motivation to get rid of extra bank accounts. If you're spending money out of 5 different bank accounts and transferring money all over the place, this isn't going to work because you're going to have different portions of the pie out of different accounts, and those accounts don't know about each other. So you're not going to see this type of thing. You know, if rent comes out of this account, but all your restaurant purchases come out of a different account, you're not going to be able to utilize this. So my recommendation is to eliminate bank accounts. We don't need multiple bank accounts nowadays. If we are in the habit of using our debit cards, use your debit card for everything, and you can get some data to kind of steer you in the correct direction. So all these videos I like to keep nice and short. If this video didn't make sense to you, please click on one of my other budgeting. We all learn differently, so that's why I'm doing multiple different videos to help you out. Also forward this video to anyone who might be trying to save money or save money to buy a house. That's the goal.